Well, we just got out of seeing the Three Stooges movie.
Yes, I went.
Yes, and I got a lot of comments. What? You saw this over Cabin in the Woods? I'm seeing Cabin in the Woods too, and I'm also seeing Lockout.
Oh,
but I was in the mood for a comedy.
I don't see those kind of things get the palpitations going to that.
Oh. No, you saw that, The Gray.
The Gray.
Is that what it's called, The Gray?
I had to walk out. Couldn't do that.
No, and you were so paranoid by it.
Yeah.
Now he's scared of Liam Neeson.
Then there's that Liam Neeson, and he's like, "You're going to die. I'm holding your hand. You're dying.
He didn't
Sorry,
like that.
you're dead," and all that stuff. I couldn't deal with that. So I
No,
was like, I need to go home, watch its path.
Now, the thing with this movie is, I consider it more of a tribute to the Three Stooges. You know what I mean? It brings back, it's going to bring new people to see them.
It's in a new generation. It's like, you know.
But it's the same, though. They use the same sound effects. If you notice, they use, like, the 1932
new
sound effects.
Matter, like Jersey Shore
The dummies,
references.
when they fell, throwing the dummies off the thing.
I thought it was funny, though. I mean, a lot of people are saying, first of all, I'm going to admit something. The trailer is not very good. The trailer they cut is kind of crappy.
Better, yeah.
And it kind of makes the movie look like it's going to be absolutely horrible. From the trailer, you can get that kind of vibe that it's going to look awful. It actually had a pretty fun story and really felt like an episode of the Three Stooges.
Basically, there are three orphans who get dropped off at this, the
Orphanage.
There you go. That's the word. Sorry. And basically, they're just living there still into their 20s.
Into their 30s.
They're into their 30s.
Yeah.
And they're like doing repairs on the.
Yeah, but it has Larry David as a nun, which is like worth the price of admission. And he's real mean and real disgruntled, and did a really good job.
One of the sisters is that Kate Upton from the front cover of Sports Illustrated. You know, she was like in her swimsuit, and they were like, "Oh, you get a haircut." Yeah.
And I didn't even know it. Lee Armstrong too, from President's Day and Witch's Brew, was in this movie too, as one of the cops, and he was funny. Lynch was in the movie as well, from Chillerama and.
That big movie she was in.
Oh, Insidious. Yeah, so she was in it too. There's an interview with her and Adam Rifkin on the channel. Two of you haven't seen it. But I don't know. I really thought it was a fun movie. But the basic idea, though, was... Well, the basic idea was that the orphanage is going to close down. This is when there are adults still living there.
Because
No, you don't want to get into all... Well, you do hear that. It's their fault, basically.
Their fault. All their injuries have stacked up. And,
No.
Jesus Christ.
Spoiler alert.
They're basically putting them in debt by all of their injuries and having to cover their medical expenses.
But basically, they go...
You know what this is. It's you're either a Three Stooges person or you're not.
I wasn't, and I
No, but a lot of people are saying, though, that they would never want to watch. The bottom line is, the Three Stooges have all passed away. There's no other way to, this is the closest way, and I thought the casting was really pretty good. And I thought, especially on Curly. Curly was, Will Sasso did a great job. I don't know, I thought they all, and in the end of the movie, I really felt like I was watching the Three Stooges.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really sweet kind of a movie. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it isn't a high drama. If you want to watch, drama, watch Melancholia. I just finished watching that. What a fucking downer.
Yeah.
I mean, but now, of course, what's her name had her boobs out. So maybe if you want
that was
to see
why everybody was seeing
that's
it.
why everybody watched it. But you might as well go to Mr. Skin. And just find out exactly where it is on the thing. But it was a very, very cool movie.
Oh, Dunstan checks in.
But I mean, if you want something art, go to some art.
If you want Bucky Larson, go to this.
Yeah.
No, it's not really Bucky. I think it's a better movie than. I mean, I like Bucky Larson, but I think it's a better.
Bucky was brilliant.
No, but I really think, though, I'm getting so many comments, people saying it's like horrible. Once you admit, though, people need to stop judgments until they see the movie.
Yeah.
I think they need to stop that.
The dragon tattoo was a perfect example. Let me tell you something. As soon as I never watched it, okay? I don't mind subtitles, but sometimes I just don't feel like watching it. Now, if you want to watch something with subtitles,
The Skin I Live In, which is amazing.
The Skin I'm In. Oh, what a brilliant piece of work. Excellent movie. So, I didn't see any of this. First off, I don't read that much. I don't want to read The Girl in the Dragon Tattoo. I don't want to see it. Okay, so I saw the U.S. version. It was really good. Then people are like, oh, you've got to watch the original. I watched the original. You know what? It ate shit.
And everyone was
like, it was so boring.
Yeah.
There was nothing happening. It was like you know, Ingmar Bergman's
Maybe she had
Cries
more
and
real.
Whispers,
Maybe she had more real piercings in that one. But
And you know what? I didn't think she was nearly as interesting looking
No.
woman at all.
I like the one with the Yolandi haircut. It's like straight up on the top.
You know,
Yeah.
so lighten up with all that original shit. The Three Stooges are dead. So if you want the next closest
And you
thing,
like chain restaurants
here
too,
it is.
right?
Yeah, I
Oh,
like
yeah.
chain restaurants.
And the
I
thing,
like to
and the
be
thing
a
is
change,
too,
you know what I'm
they've been
I'm
talking.
tired of people talking about, why don't you go to support the local? You know what? I got food
I
poisoning
get pickled
there.
when I do that.
Yeah.
Most
so,
of those
yeah.
places suck. I get the runs.
Good on mom and pop
Yeah.
pizza
I don't
shop.
get the
I get
runs
pickled
when I
on
go
it.
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I go to
Yeah.
the chain.
But the
Yeah.
thing is, though, like I said, though, I wish people would stop being so judgmental on things before they
Yeah.
see it. They haven't seen
Decide
Bucky
for
Larson,
yourself is the point.
and I'm only saying
You gotta
that
see it
because
first
you know,
yourself.
first of all, there's not going to be too many original movies in 2012. They've
I'm
all
ju-
been done. If you watch all these old movies, you see where everything came
I'm
from.
just
It's all
as
been done.
guilty as a lot of people because I go and Google something and I see what it got on Rotten Tomatoes and I'm like, oh, maybe, you know, if this got a 5%, it's going to suck. But then I'll see it and decide for myself. It's sort of like that recent Eddie Murphy one where he
You know, there's
pulls
like
the
a
leaves
wind
off the
tunnel
tree
here, and I'm getting
Yeah.
the wind
I know.
right up my asshole.
I know.
Right up there.
I know.
nippy over
Well, we're
here.
gonna have to just give our ratings and wrap this up. But so out of ratings, how many stars? Out of 5 stars, how would you give it, Herb?
You know, I don't do that star.
But people like that.
Yeah, but then they say it's wrong.
Yeah,
when you
then
do
they
it.
say-
What would you say? Just to give an idea.
I don't know. 2.5. Nyuk, nyuk.
And what about
that?
what about you, Dweebo?
3.5.
What about you, Gina?
2.
How about 2 titty twisters?
Yeah, I would say at least 3.5 stars. I enjoyed it, and I know, and I'm seeing Cabin in the Woods. Don't, yeah, and don't worry, I'm seeing Cabin in the Woods, and I picked this because I wanted to see a comedy.
Cabin in the woods, you know.
I'm seeing Cabin in the
let's
Woods.
go.
Okay, let's go.
It's
Let's
got,
get
like,
out of here.
hallucinations and whatnot.
Okay, let's get
Blow
out
this
of
popsicle
Okay, what
down.
is it you say? Bye.
Bye.